political correspondent for Time magazine. Good morning to all of you. Jay, first up to you. Is the president's plan the right move?
Well, the president doesn't really have a lot of good options here. There's about zero support from America to send any kind of troops back in, even 300. A lot of people were very upset about. There just isn't a lot of appetite to re-engage. There's a lot of problems here at home that Americans want to focus on still after 10 years of war over there.
Major General, what's the difference between these special ops advisors and troops on the ground? Because most Americans see this, you say you're sending people over, that it's actually troops on the ground going.
Well, I think the main difference is where they're going to be located. And also, when you talk about boots on the ground, when you're speaking to a military person, usually you're going to talk about a combat unit, something on the order of an Army brigade with supporting arms and all the things that are necessary for it to sustain itself in a combat region. What the president's done is, it appears to be kind of slicing the middle of it down. He sends our version of the 300 Spartans who are supposed to go over there and help reverse things. But one thing your viewers would probably be most interested to know, what's the goal from all of this? Right. Is it about the away game in Iraq, or is it more about the home game here at home?
Yeah, so it's a hybrid situation, so to speak. You said he's splitting the difference. Quickly, before I get to Tara, Major General, is it the right move?
I think he's between a rock and a hard place, and it's the only move. And when you ask, is it the right move, you got to look again and say, what's the goal? Yeah. If the goal is to get status quo ante with a strong Iraqi state, including everyone, hold your breath.
Yeah, a rock and a hard place, no pun intended. Tara, the violence spreading in Iraq is a lot different than what we have seen over the past few years. Why is that?
It's very different. We've never seen violence to the levels we're seeing now, and we've never seen insurgent groups hold territory like we've seen them do in Mosul and Tikrit and now towards Baghdad. Does that mean they're going to be able to go forth towards Baghdad and hold Baghdad? No, I actually don't think that will be the case for Baghdad, but it is significantly different in terms of the strength of the group, the financial capabilities of the group, and the fact that now you have a raging war on the border, over the border in Syria. So what we're seeing now is a perfect storm of violence, the potential for a safe haven in parts of Iraq, and you have problems because of weaponry and people flowing over the border from Syria. So I do think it's very different from what we've seen in the last couple of years. I don't necessarily think that means they're going to be successful in being able to overtake or overrun Baghdad, but they might be able to cause some problems there.
And the ramifications this time around may be even more dire because of what's going on in Syria and what have you in the Middle East. So it's going to be interesting to watch. I appreciate all of you. Tom Wilkerson.